Why you're smart but still can't get things done. Today I woke up at 7 a.m. and felt sluggish. I haven't written a single script. When I work, I feel guilty I'm not with family. When I'm with family, I'm thinking I should be working. I have the skills, I have the discipline, but I'm stalling. I have an honors mechanical engineering degree. I've made the dean's list for high academic results. But for 8 hours a day, I'm stuck inside this 2-meter retail box. I wasn't always optimized. I was kicked out of university before I learned how to build systems. I was weak and unfit before I learned how to deadlift 195 kilos. If you're smart but stuck, you aren't lazy. You're just dealing with a brain glitch that wasn't built for your goals. Today, we fixed that glitch. We're moving from thinking to doing. Here is the maths on why your brain is fighting you. Most people think procrastination is a time management problem. It's not. It's an uncomfortable feeling problem. Research shows that high IQ people are actually better at procrastinating. Why? Because you are smart enough to come up with 100 logical reasons why today isn't the right day. You've weaponized your brain to avoid the fear of being a beginner. A study by McKinsey shows that smart workers spend 60% of the day talking about work, not actually doing work. You are in meta paralysis. 15 different productivity tricks. So you're too tired to actually pick one and start. We need to treat your brain like a smartphone with too many apps open in the background. We need to clear the screen. Step 1. The input filter. The 70% rule. Step 1. We need an input filter. In engineering, a filter blocks the junk so the real message gets through. Your problem is that you treat every random thought like a massive emergency. Smart people love perfect, but perfection is just a fancy way of saying I'm scared to start. Use the 70% rule. If you have 70% of the information or the project is 70% ready in your head, you have to move. Every minute you spend looking for the last 30% of certainty is just a waste of time. According to HBR, decision fatigue hits after just 3 hours of thinking. By overanalyzing the perfect start, you've drained your battery before you even turn the machine on. Tonight's task: pick one project you've been researching. Write down the messy version of the first step, not the perfect step, the good enough step. Do it in the next 10 minutes. Step 2. Think of your goals like a heavy couch you're trying to move across a room. The hardest part isn't the walking, it's the first agonizing push to get it sliding. In physics, the force required to start something moving is static friction, is always much higher than the force required to keep it moving. Your mistake is trying to move the whole couch at once. You say, I'm going to write a 10-minute script. Your brain sees how heavy that is and just gives up. Use the 1-inch rule. Don't write the script. Just open the laptop and write one sentence. That's it. 1 inch of movement. The hardest part of my 195 kilo deadlift wasn't the top. It was the first inch off the floor. Once it was off the ground, the momentum took over. Tonight's task is identify your first inch. If you want to go to the gym, just put on your shoes. If you want to code, just name the file. Now get the couch sliding. Step 3. Stop overheating. When a phone gets too hot, it lags. It's not broken, it's just slowing down to protect itself. This is exactly what happens after my 7 to 3 shift. By 3:30 p.m, I've spent 8 hours on my feet, my legs are sore, my back is tight, and my brain is fried from the mental drain of customer service and retail logistics. You aren't lazy at 8 p.m. You are overheated. You are trying to run a high-speed game on 1% battery and a hot processor. I realized that my 1-hour train ride to work at 6 a.m. was my coolest window. My battery was at 100%. I stopped scrolling and started scripting on the train. I used the only time my phone wasn't lagging to build my future. A Stanford study found that even small wins in a low energy moments increase your drive by 30% the next day. So tonight's task is to label your hours. Find your high-speed window and your low-speed window. Stop trying to do hard work when you're overheated. It's bad engineering. Step 4. Use the reset button. In my journal, I wrote about feeling guilty for resting, guilty for working. This is a glitch loop. When you miss a day of work, your brain glitches. You feel like a failure, so you avoid the work the next day just to avoid that feeling. This is how a one-day break turns into a 2-year disappearing act. You need a reset button. If you miss a day, you hit that button. You don't try to catch up. You don't punish yourself. You just reset the game and start a new round today. I lost 2 years of growth because I didn't know how to hit reset. I thought I had to be perfect. Now, I just aim not zero. Tonight's task, define your bare minimum. What is the one tiny thing you can do even on your worst, most exhausted day? Is it reading one page of a book or doing one push-up? This is your reset button. Finally, step 5, the blueprint. Smart people rely on feeling motivated. Engineers rely on blueprints. Motivation is like a bad battery. It dies when you need it most. Blueprints are permanent. You need a command center, a simple list where your goals are broken into tiny, brain-dead steps. You shouldn't have to think when you sit down to work. You should just follow the instructions you wrote for yourself. People with a written plan are 3 times more likely to finish than those who just try hard. So tonight's task is to clear your desk. Set up your station. If the blueprint is ready, the system can run without you. Let's summarize. Use the 70% rule to stop overthinking. Use the 1-inch rule to get the couch sliding. Stop working when you're overheated. Hit the reset button to kill the guilt. Build the blueprint so you don't need willpower. You've spent years being the smart one who hasn't started yet. That version of you is gone. You aren't great yet. You are simply optimized. If you're ready to stop the brain fog and actually start building, I've put together a system starter kit. This isn't some colorful marketing guide. It's a technical blueprint for your life. It's the exact system I used to go from university suspension to honest engineering while working at a retail job. It's in the description. Download it, stop thinking, start the system. Let's get back to work.